Man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That's what we talking about. Okay.
There we go.
All right. I'm such a GMC. I went and bought me a Yukon. Nigga, I'm so nice. If you slap me, I wouldn't.
Man. What's up, Brent? Said he in here early. Brother Dylan already in here. Let me put the word out, give people time to get in here. It's early. What's up, Damaris? Sharonda Biggs, Ty Lioness, what up? Knowledge of Self, what up? Brianna Scott, Miss Murphy, Love Melanin. Let me give people some time while I get the word out. Really? That might be the illest shit I ever said. Next to the line, I said before, get right real quick. Arms like you looking for the wars. Trap house full of kush, got it looking like a force. The word out, y'all. Ladies, this is how your son. We're gonna have some fun tonight. Stand up, nigga. Talk about some shit. My pops used to pray for me because I used to sin bad. Skipping gym class, work was in my gym bag. What's going on, Stacy? Simon. Playing easy, I'm Ryan Ruthless. Somebody already. This dude, man. I'll already go ahead and block this dude. Thank you, Miss Murphy. Thank you. Yeah, we about to get it in. I'm gonna give some people time to get in here because they ain't know. Some people claim they don't know I'm over here on this channel, so you know. What's up, Brittany? As soon as they hit my new shit, we about to get in, y'all. It's funny what I see niggas do to be relevant. All I see is a bunch of rappers I'm better than. They take my bright idea. Yeah, that's how. The life I live. They just want to. Y'all go and hit that like button for your boy. What you know about 3 times? Marcus, what's up? ASAP Joe TV, what up? Miss Wright, what up? Arginine, what up? So go without that jazz, Duke Gallatin. Yeah, we gotta get it in, y'all. When you see me, because you never made the CD. Right, Frederick. Y'all go ahead and like the video, share the video, put the word out. What's up, Fine Art? Mad love. Miss Cynthia G. What is up? Hold on, y'all. We about to get it in. I'm gonna give people just a little bit more. Cynthia said Argentina snake. I don't know what that means. Smoke a lot, beer. What up, Simon? What up? I just destroyed a rap gang. It's me and Yachty in the same boat. I was shopping parties. I'm out looking for the plain clothes. Hate taking flicks because bitches get your frame, folk. Don't say I'm be hurting some feelings on this one. I don't know if I'm be hurting feelings or not. I'm hoping I don't hurt feelings. Just want to keep it, you know, just gonna keep it all the way real. What's up, Van Shoes? That's Saha the Prince. If you don't know, find out about your boy. Okay, y'all, listen. Show me where his crib at. We pull up when it's pitch black. Okay. Shit time this nigga get Saha paused. If you don't know about Saha, fucks with Saha. I'm gonna try not to hurt no feelings tonight. First and foremost, y'all, shout out Team Rob, y'all. Man, I fucking love y'all. I appreciate the love y'all show me. Shout out to my homie Real. Actually, we were talking about this shit. I was on a game a little bit earlier for a little while, and me and my homie Real was talking. He told me to give him a shout out. So Real, there's your motherfucking shout out, my G. We was talking about some relationship shit earlier. A lot of times this is tough subject matter because everybody has their own perspective, and understand that I'm not trying to infuse my perspective on you. Some people feel as though I don't even have the right to speak on relationships or marriage because I'm not in a relationship and I'm not married. Then what people need to understand first and foremost, and above all, that is by choice. All right, I have a particular set of skills, and relationships ain't really on there like that. Okay, sorry, I do apologize about that, but it's just honest. And it comes a time when you got to be honest with yourself. All right. I've been honest with myself for a while now. I've been seeing, and some of y'all have been watching my videos for a while, and you saw that about 7 years ago, if you remember, if you've been fucking with me for that long, you know I made a video called You're Single Till You're Married. All right. It was met with a lot of varying opinions, of course. It was met with a lot of animosity, a lot of anger, people talking about I'm crazy and all this shit. Cool. Recently, I saw a video, 2 videos actually, of a black woman talking about that she don't fuck with this girlfriend shit no more. If she's not married, then she ain't committed to nobody or anything like that, right? I saw this on Facebook. This got a lot of views. I watched the video and I was rocking with her. Okay, you know, she's taking a stand for the team or for herself or whatever. And she's, you know, saying that she don't fuck with dating, casual dating like that, as far as being committed to one man. She don't fuck with that, right? So I'm looking in the comments, and the comments are very telling as to where we are mentally amongst us about whatever opinion that is had. This black woman was called, she just wants to be a hoe. This is other black women going ham on her. She just wants to be a hoe. She don't know what the fuck she's talking about, you know, and it's just like, well, if you really think about it, it's real shit. Now, to me, I think if women, a lot of times women are getting what they believe is a short end of the fucking stick when it comes to relationships. I'm not going to argue against women for that, okay? What I will say is that the minds, the mentalities behind relationships must change. They have to. And the fact of the matter is, if you, up until marriage is the only thing that's really honored out here as far as the legal system. Y'all already know that. And we also know if you go back a ways, if you go back a little bit, marriage was what it was. There was no boyfriend, girlfriend shit, right? And to me, I think it's very honest that a woman keeps her options honorable. That she keeps her, not honorable, but keeps her options open. And she can do that honorably by being honest. Look, we're just courting right now. A lot of women will throw will be eggs in one basket on some man, and they end up being disappointed because they closed all their avenues. They end up feeling as though they wasted a lot of times because they closed themselves off. That's what happens. Then they end up being bitter, resentful, hateful, carrying baggage. This is what happens because they feel as though they wasted their time. So to me, it is almost intelligent to keep your options open as you're going through the would-be dating process, as you're going through the courting process. Now, the argument that's held up against this one is that, well, when you are going with somebody, when you are boyfriend, girlfriend, this is how you see what the marriage is going to be like. How many of y'all know that's some bullshit? Show of hands, if anybody could. You don't know. Most definitely, because, you know, the relationship that you have as far as boyfriend, girlfriend, you don't know if that's going to transpire into a marriage. A lot of y'all will hear people say that people change when they get married. Well, that reality can't be real. And when you get to learn what a person is per their being in a relationship with them, you'll get to know about how being married with them is going to be like. That is not true. I don't know why we're touting around these ideologies when they're just not true. You don't know who the fuck this motherfucker gonna be, become, grow to be, especially when people that marry young or get together or in relationships very young. You don't know. As a person's maturing through their life and events are changing them through their life, they change as well. The things they're into may change as well. So you never really know what you're getting into as far as the marriage. They want to call it like this is a test period. No, it's not. If you are saying, well, you got to go with somebody to find out whether they can be faithful or monogamous, then that's bullshit too. Because we know that people in marriages out here going ham as well. A lot of people out here believing that boyfriend-girlfriend relationships, this made-up social construct that has never been even real, we're kind of falling in behind the ideas that was set in place by this Western culture. Boyfriend, girlfriend ain't real. I'm sorry. All right. What we've done, and I've said this many times, is take the rules for relationships or the rules for marriage and apply them to casual relationships. If somebody is dating you If somebody you meet, you want to get with them, your options should be open on both sides. Everybody's options should be open so you don't end up wasting a lot of fucking time. That's just what it is. Don't nobody want to be real about this shit because everybody emotionalizes everything. Everything is this big emotional scene. And if we just stop doing this, I feel like that people will be much better off. Now, again, I'm speaking from a perspective where I'm not built for relationships, but I know this, right? But I do want people to be happy in their relationships. I do want anybody to be happy no matter what they're fucking doing. But I think a lot of what's keeping people from being happy is the ideas they have in their head as to what shit is supposed to be like. What a person is supposed to do for you. Now that we together, you can't do this no more. You can't do that no more. Right? This is what's happening. Fact of the matter is, up until you're married, this whole cheating concept isn't a reality. Now, tell you what people do. This is a problem that a lot of us men perpetuate. Not saying women don't, but a lot of us men perpetuate this idea that we like to sit around and lie. This is where men come in to here. We like to lie, and we like to lie to get in positions to where we got a monopoly on that pussy. We trying to monopolize all the pussy that we can. That's what we're doing. And we don't really give a fuck about the things that we're saying to monopolize this pussy. We don't even care. We don't care. We want to jump in it, go ham in it real quick. It's good to us. We like her. So whatever you got to say to keep her grounded or connected to your dick. Well, men aren't saying anything. A lot of men run into relationships and they're not really ready for them. They don't even really want them. They just doing it and end up failing. Wasting somebody's fucking time. Knowing damn well they weren't ready for that shit anyway. They wanted to be ready because they wanted to monopolize that pussy, but they really weren't ready. And men, we have to do a better job of this too. Some of this pussy, you may have to let it go. Just take your hands off of it. She gave it to you. You liked it. Fine. Cool. But you ain't got to lie. You don't have to lie. We believe we do. And I understand why we believe we do. Because from the looks of things, it would seem that women prefer to be lied to. I contend to that all the time. Women like to hear shit. Women fall in love with what they hear. You'll hear that saying. People will say that. This is true life shit. They do. Y'all talking all this good shit, all this hot shit to these women to monopolize this pussy, and you know damn well you ain't built for that. And you got about 4 or 5 other ones you're trying to lock down at the same time. That's where we get the game fucked up at. Now, I'm not saying you can't fuck with chicks or whatever like that. You do what you got to do, but you can't be sitting around trying to lock everybody down by lying. I've been there. I've done it. So I'm only speaking from my experience. I've done these things. I've played these types of games. Didn't work out for me then. All right. Now, the sad part is that a lot of men will get up into being 30 plus years old, still playing the same games. It's weird. It's odd. I don't know why we play these games for so long. But at some point, you got to be honest about what's going on here. And instead of trying to lock her down, you ain't locking nothing down. There should be a rule. You ain't locking shit down until you walking down the aisle. And even that ain't guaranteed. Even that's not guaranteed. Right? You ain't locking nothing down. And women, because your feelings happen to be wrapped up into relationships a lot deeper than a lot of men, especially when sex is involved, because women connect something to sex that men may not necessarily connect to. If you're going to be in there being sexual with a woman, or y'all have a, a sexual relationship, don't think that y'all don't think you with this dude now because y'all having sex and you like the sex. You like the dick that's connected to the body. You like the face that's connected to the body. You like this dude. He makes you feel good. That don't mean y'all about to be together. I know. I know. It's some bullshit. But that does not mean that y'all about to be together automatically because that dick good. Because you coming on that dick, you think y'all about to... No. Don't think that. Don't even push for it. Tell you a mistake women make too. Don't be pushing for no dude to be in no committed relationship with you. Don't push that. Don't push that. Because once you push that on him, you may back him into a corner. Right? He feels backed into a corner. I got to make her happy. Got to say whatever I have to, you know, right? To get it in, to keep getting it in, right? If he not bringing up a relationship in the time frame that you've set in your mind, move on. A lot of y'all women waste time right here. Y'all want to keep trying to get this nigga to be some shit that... No. He don't want to be in a situation with you like that. Move on. Move. Quickly move. Before you waste 5, 7, 10 years on this dude. Don't do that. And then women like to, this is what women like to do as well. They'll like to blame the fact that they wasted all this time on the man. Women like to blame the fact that they wasted all this time on this man, on that man. You grown, ain't you? Wasn't nothing keeping you there, really. Not really, you know. The dick was good, maybe, you know, something like that. Cute, maybe, I don't know. Listen. You have to make decisions. Your life. Everything you do is you. Relationships, job choices, having kids, everything. Ain't no man making you waste your time. Not one. A lot of women will say, well, he strung me along for so long. He kept promising these certain things. At this mark, you saw that it was some bullshit. You should have got the fuck up out of there. You saw it. You know it. Women's intuition, right? Y'all got it. Y'all tell us y'all got it. Y'all told us y'all got this shit. Got it in the bag. Intuition. You have to make decisions, especially as grown women. Make decisions that you look, this motherfucker ain't where you want to be. Move on. Make that decision to keep moving. Instead of acting like he, you know, keeping you in there. Right? I'm gonna take a pause break for some of these comments. I'm gonna take a pause break for some of these comments, but we're gonna jump right back in here. We're gonna jump right back in here. Good Lord, y'all gonna have mad love to y'all participating in the chat. Mad love for y'all participating in the chat. Let's see. Hold on. God damn it. Y'all still comment. I can't even catch a comment. Candy Girl says, what about when they swear they will change? Here's the thing about that. And I'm going to answer this very clearly, very honestly to you from a man's perspective. If a man is saying he's going to change one time, right? One time. This should only be acceptable one fucking time. Right? You get this motherfucker get out of jail free card once. Right? A lot of y'all women will listen to him say he gonna change 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 5 years later, 6 times. We down to 7, 8 years later. Then you come to the realization that he ain't gonna change. Now you done wasted your time and you bad, you bitter now, you see. One time. Give him once and then get the fuck up out of there. Because at that point, you're choosing to believe and hear something that you know ain't real. Even though you may want him to change. No. You give him that one fucking time. And then after that, you gone. That's what it should be. Save you some time. Right? Now, I'm not saying people shouldn't go through the trenches with each other. You feel like you love somebody, you want to go through the trenches with them, you go through the fucking trenches with them, you do what you got to do. There are great relationships made like that. Fine. But more often than not, he's not about to change. He's not going to change, especially if he's having to tell you he's going to change. Then there's a good chance that whatever the situation is that you caught him in, whatever he did, he's only saying that because you caught it. You caught him red-handed, went through his phone, whatever you did. I don't know. You caught, so now he has to campaign. But like these politicians do, promise you all types of shit. Right? Promise you all types of shit. 4 years later, you ain't get shit, and you sitting around like, man, this motherfucker don't lie. Well, you knew he was lying. You continue to let him tell that same lie about him changing. Move. Don't keep staying. That don't make sense. Don't stay there. Don't stay there. You know damn well after that, after 2-3 times you hear, I'm gonna change, girl, baby. I'm gonna change for you. No, he's not. He's not changing for you. He's not doing that. Okay? Just saying. Just saying. Some of y'all know it. Arjanine said, pussy don't change a man. It don't. It does not. I think women sometimes honestly believe because whatever dick they may be getting at the time, they like it, and they may be feeling some changes within themselves. Like, shit, I'm about to start cooking and shit. I ain't never cooked before in my life. This motherfucker got me wanting to clean up and cook and be sweet to him, that dick, right? They believe that because they feel like that about that dick, that's how men feel about pussy. And that is wrong. That is a flawed mentality. Men don't feel like that. It's not what happens to them when they in that pussy like that. It's happening to you possibly, because women are more susceptible to that happening to them. But there's a good chance that's not what's happening to him. We talked about the stats, and this is why I think it is too. It's another thing that I think that applies. A lot of women out here not getting good sex like that anyway. I mean, just it ain't my fault. Don't blame me. I'm not contributing to that bullshit. All right, I'm not contributing to it, but I know it's happening, right? So once a woman do run into a dude that's about that life, I'm gonna just say the motherfucker about that life, right? Going ham, and blew a little mind. And she may be experiencing some connections, some changes in herself, and think that he is possibly feeling the same type shit. That's an assumption that women make that y'all better stop. Y'all better stop that bullshit. Y'all better stop that shit. Because it's causing problems. It's causing some issues. Understand that. A lot of people sacrifice their spirits to be with people, women and men alike. You will sacrifice your spirit, your positive energy to be with someone. Let me show y'all what happens sometime. You start off meeting somebody. You meet them, you like them, you feel as though y'all have a lot in common. Y'all enjoy each other's company. Everything's, you riding a wave very early. A lot of people ride that wave, right? But then a lot of y'all like to jump in and move in with people, have people living all up with you and stuff like that. Not saying there's anything wrong with that. A lot of times this is when you really get to know somebody is when you're with them like that anyway. You get into situations where you're with people, you living together now, and now all y'all doing is fighting. All y'all doing is arguing. Y'all not happy with each other, right? Most people in this situation stay in this situation until their spirit is next to none. They don't have any positive energy left. People wait until all their positive energy is gone before they move on to the next relationship, not healing period. Most people don't even take a healing period that's worth a fuck. Motherfuckers feel like, well, after a month and a half, they should be jumping right back on the fucking saddle. Mistake. Mistake. You done gave all your energy to a situation that's negative, and you gonna come back out here and jump right back on it. No. We need to stop doing that shit too. You done allowed your spirit to be drained. Your spirit ain't even ready to be connected with nobody else's because you don't know what bag they coming with. Because everybody coming with a bag, y'all. I don't give a fuck if this motherfucker look like they just, you know, came from the heavens. That motherfucker got a bag. Don't know what's in the bag, but there's damn sure they probably got one. Understand it. Some of y'all have done learned, especially some of us that's over 30. Everybody got a bag that's coming with them. Now, whether you can deal with what's in that bag or not, it could be decided in the, you know, in the getting to know each other and stuff like that. But everybody got a bag. So when you get yourself down where you and your mate, y'all only have poisonous interactions. Most of the time, I'll say. Most of it's arguing and fighting and shit. You decide to leave that situation. This is after years. A lot of people wait years before they do this because at first, a lot of people think this arguing shit is cute. Y'all think that shit cute. Argue. Somebody say they sorry, y'all fuck. That shit is beautiful to a lot of people. Relationships are built off that bullshit alone. That's not working at all. Don't know when we're going to realize it. Don't know when we're going to try to correct this part, but that don't work. If you sitting around and this is every other day y'all arguing and shit, don't let that, you're going to let your spirit get taken out. You're going to waste years with this motherfucker. Man or woman. Because sometimes a lot of men, what we'll do, and we're going to do both sides. A lot of men will say that, well, women like to nag. They do. Okay. They do. Women like to nag. Right? It's a lot of men that like to nag too, but they do it different. Men do a subtle nag. It's more, it's not as direct. It's a subtle nagging that they do. Women are more direct about whatever they got an issue with. Men like to be almost, it's really childlike. They get into moods where they snappy now. Grouchy, some of you may even call it, right? Quiet, standoffish, pouting. That's a form of nagging, if you ask me. Now, some people may disagree with that. Women are more verbal, you know. Men are more, we react. We act different. And act like we don't know we acting different. Woman be like, what's wrong with you? Nothing. Nigga, something wrong with you. Cut that shit out. I get tired of people saying nothing. That makes me, that bothers me. You know something wrong with you. Something bothered you. What is it? Nothing. It's cool. It can't be cool because you acting like this. It's impossible that it's cool. People don't like to communicate. Motherfuckers just like to run around acting some type of way like somebody can read their goddamn minds. Now, after a while, you get practice. I heard a lot of married people, they learn their people. They know when a person is going through some shit, know when they might be in a bad mood. They can sense the vibe, and that's, you know, boom. Now, ain't nothing wrong. Knowing she did some shit that got on your goddamn nerves, but you don't want to say nothing. We got to, listen, if you're going to be in a relationship or calling yourself being in a relationship with somebody, communicate. Y'all quit tucking your feelings. If you got a problem, just say you got a problem. Now, if you have too many problems, if everything is a problem, then you need to cut that shit off and move on. Because ain't no point in you wasting your time with a person that you're not going to be able to get along with like that. A lot of people contend that opposites attract. That's what people say. Opposites attract. This is what the popular saying is. Opposites attract. Y'all listen. That is true to a certain extent. Opposites attract in a way that male and female, the way that male and female attract. It's a natural thing that way. Right? If your philosophies are completely different, if your ideologies and what you want out of life is completely different, opposites do not attract. These are going to be issues. They may not be issues in month 6, year 1, but it's coming. You need to know that already. You may like them. You may like them. And they done told y'all opposites attract, but it's not going to work out. In the long run, you're gonna end up wasting a lot of time. Let me get back to some of y'all's comments. Let me get back to some of y'all's comments. I'm gonna try to keep going back and forth with the comments. Breeding to my men have cycles too. No, men don't have cycles like that. These fuck boys, these emotional dudes who don't know how to communicate, they have cycles. They have cycles. You can't just say that all men do. Y'all better quit picking these cycle having ass niggas. Y'all better quit picking these dudes, man. You notice that this dude is he on that bullshit all the time, and it causes you to have to be there with him even though you don't want to be here. You trying to ride high, you trying to be positive, and you see he going through this bullshit all the time. No. That ain't no man. That is not no man. Y'all better quit that shit. Y'all better cut that out. ASAP Joe TV says women love fuck boys though. Most of them. You gotta have to elaborate on that. What you mean fuck boys? Tell me, break that down for me a little bit, ASAP. Women love fuck boys. What I believe though, honestly, I do believe a lot of women like beta males, even though they say they don't. I think they do. And I'll give you, I'm gonna dig into that in a little bit. I want to see what you're saying a fuck boy is. I'm gonna dig into women's desire for down low ass beta males. We'll talk about that. Me and my brother actually talked about this concept yesterday, I believe. Women like on the low beta males, and I'll explain to you why I say that. But ASAP, what do you mean when you say women love fuck boys? Cynthia, wow. Cynthia says, I don't think women love fuck boys. I just think that the majority of men are fuck boys, so that's probably all they have to pick from. That is so fucked up. So fucked up. I disagree. We'll talk about that too. We'll talk about that too. I disagree with that. Nia Johnson says, I'm getting married. I have a fiance and me and him are pretty cool. No pressure, no deal. And he's emotional, but at the same time, he's a police officer. So he knows how to balance out both ways of his. That's what's up. Y'all came up with a way to work it out. That's good. That is good. Bobby Bleak says, my wife and I don't see eye to eye, but for almost 15 years, we have committed to keeping our relationship strong. You got to be willing to work together to maintain your relationships. That's very true. That is very, very true. ASAP Joe didn't explain to me what a fuckboy is, but here I'll explain what I mean when I say women like beta males and why I feel as though women like beta males. In my lifetime, I have known some women. Okay. I've gotten to know a couple of women, right? One of the things that I always notice about women and in the time that I've known women is that women like for a man to almost not really always do what exactly they say, but a man that caters to their ever whims, their little childish ass, every emotional piece of, I call it an emotional roller coaster. You know, a man is going to ride that with him. Cater to, baby, what's wrong? When no, fuck that. Whatever is wrong don't matter. This is some bullshit, right? This is some bullshit. This is something you need to be getting over real quick, especially a lot of times, and people do this, not just women, but people will take out their aggression on you. Something that ain't got nothing to do with you. Women, they'll be mad at their homegirl, mad at their sister or something, and try to come go ham on you. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. That's what I'm saying. Now, baby, no, you don't treat me like that. Right, baby? What can I do to make you feel better? Women like those type of dudes. And to me, the man should be more into, no, that ain't even real shit. That's not even serious shit. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. And it has nothing to do with me. So why are you even bringing this to me and putting it in my lap? Take it to the person you got the issue with, put it in their lap. Cuss them out if you got to. Do what you got to do. Don't bring this shit here to me. I don't want none of it. I don't want no parts of it. I've been called insensitive for being that way throughout my life. And this is one of the reasons I know I'm not built for a relationship at all. I'm like, I can't do it. Even if I care about a person, even if I like the person, love them and everything, I can't do that with them. I'm not about to, every emotional whim you have, every little bit of pouting you do, I'm not about to do it with you because I don't like that shit. I'm not doing it to you. You're not about to do it to me. This is the beta side of men, that women like that shit. They want a man to cater to their emotional whims. And then they like to try to treat you like, oh, you don't care about me. No, that's not what it is. I don't care about your emotional whims that don't matter. Not that I don't care about you. I just don't care about the bullshit that's coming out of your mouth right now. You see. That's all. Nothing heavy, nothing major. What you're saying is not real shit. What you're saying, I don't have time for, right? So we're going to move past it. That's what we're going to do. But women like that. Women like a dude that's going to do that. And I'm not saying nothing's wrong with that, you know. A lot of women actually flex on dudes that do that. They will act like they mad just to see what he'll do. Y'all women think I don't know y'all's tricks. I know this. Women will fake mad. And men do it too. I'm not going to sit here and act like men don't do this childish ass shit. Motherfuckers are fake mad just to see what you going to do. Like, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Like, you fake mad? You just wanted to see? That's what it is. Okay. Well, you see, I don't give a fuck. So I don't know what to do at this point. You should have known I don't give a fuck by now, but I don't know. You should know by now I don't give a fuck, but you still running these same tests. And we've been knowing each other for 3-4 years, and you still running these same tests. I know a lot of guys too, honestly. They will, and then, you know, I talk to their women. And women will talk about their guys not, you know, being as emotional as they prefer them to be. A lot of guys are not really romantic. Women like for dudes to be into romance, like that, to make them feel special, to make them feel loved, to make them feel like you care about them. Romance. Romance is another one of those specific to human concepts that that we have picking up, and we believe that romance equals some type of love, right? A lot of us will do that shit. A lot of people feel that way. Romance equals love. What I've known in my day and in my time, a person can fake being romantic, right? I'll explain. A person can be fake romantic. You'll see a lot of that coming up here on Valentine's Day. Actually, we about a week away from it. Exactly a week away from Valentine's Day. You'll have guys being fake romantic during this holiday. They'll fake like they're romantic, buy a little something, you know, try to be sweet and shit, you know. They'll try it out, try to be romantic and shit like that. And to a lot of women, that romance equals love. This shows that he loves you if he's being romantic, even if it's fake. Right? People don't fuck with fake love, but people don't mind fake romance when dudes out here, you know, being fake romantic to show that they care. Not the fact that you know, let's say you picking her ass up from work every day, you know, making sure things aren't stressful at the house, making sure you're not, you know, putting the world's problems on your woman, making sure the energy stays high, the energy stays positive in the house, you know, all that stuff To me, that counts and constitutes as love. Romance is something that everybody's not good at. I'm one of those people. Maybe that's why I feel this way. I'm not romantic. One of my flaws, and the reason that I know I'm not built for relationships, I'm not a romantic guy. Right? I'm not like that. It doesn't come naturally to me. It's pointless, really, to me. You know, if the relationship's good, all this romance shit, I mean, it is what it is. But you'll see people that will go hard, hold hands every day. Right? Little sweet notes, little sweet text. Right? All this sweet shit. They still broke up in 2 years. Why? It's the question. Why? Why is that? They had the romance shit down pat. At least you thought you did anyway. You can't build a relationship off romance alone. You just can't. We try. We try to do that shit. But you can't build a relationship up off romance. Because it don't matter if the shit ain't right, something else ain't right, romance don't really matter. There are a lot of guys that they ain't good at romance. I've seen some people that are saying, well, I'm not romantic. I'm not romantic like that either. Hey, join the club. All right. Join the fucking club. I'm not a romantic dude, but tell you what men have to do here. Tell you about men right here. Don't fake like you romantic and then turn it off. Don't do that. You've presented a fraudulent character to get in a position. Now your feet up. And you wondering why she looking at you like, what the fuck? Because you introduced her to somebody that you weren't. A problem that men do this. We start out full steam ahead, steaming. We sweet good morning, babe, every morning, all this shit. All this extra shit. I was just thinking about you at work, wanted to see you, you know. All this extra shit men do early goes away. And now she's sitting here like, what the fuck? But you built her on this romance that you acted like you were romantic. Stop presenting fraudulent characters. Stop. No need for it. Be who you are. If you're not romantic, go ahead and tell it. I'm not a romantic type dude, you know. That's not my strong suit. It's not my strong area. If you want somebody that's going to bring you flowers and shit and all this extra shit, well, you probably should get with somebody else. Be honest with people. We got to do a much better job of being honest about who we are. Right? Men and women alike. But I know that men present fraudulent characters to get pussy a lot more than women present fraudulent characters to get dick, because women don't have to try hard. They have what we would call a cheat code in. They got the code. So they ain't got to try hard to get no dick. But men like to present these fraudulent characters, sweet, pull a chair out and ass nigga like, you know you don't act like that. You know that ain't you. In a month and a half, you ain't going to be pulling out no more chairs, nigga. Cut this shit out. That's what we need to, we got to focus on that too. We got to stop presenting fraudulent characters. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Sierra Monet says being a protector and provider being a protector and provider is enough. Man, I don't know. I'll say, is that enough to maintain a functional household? Yes. Is it enough to maintain a romantic relationship? I don't know if that's true. Maybe it's true for you, but not for a lot of women out here. Because being a protector and provider, that protector provider still got to celebrate Valentine's Day. A lot of times, there are going to be a lot of arguments had next week. Already. Don't matter if this dude protected and provided for 364 days prior to this. Come February 14th, if that protect and provide motherfucker does not show some example of romance or acknowledgement of the day, he gonna have a problem. That's what it is. Not saying with you. I'm saying with most women, he gonna have a problem. Don't matter how good of a man he been all year. I've seen dudes, good dudes get cussed out like a goddamn dog over Valentine's Day. These ain't cheating dudes. It's not no cheating, no crazy going on. They didn't get them gifts. They didn't put forth the effort that the woman felt as though they should put forth. Nobody likes to be forced to do anything. That's one thing people need to understand too with these with this Valentine's Day shit. Because a lot of relationships, they'll get fucked up over Valentine's Day. Don't nobody like to be forced to do something just because it's a day. Don't nobody like that shit. Two grown people shouldn't be forced to do anything just because the calendar says on this day you're supposed to do this thing or these things. Nobody likes that, and particularly men when it comes to Valentine's Day, because it's typically a one-sided goddamn holiday, and we all know this. But women still feel as though that's very important. Don't matter if he's protected and provided all goddamn year. Don't matter. I'm just saying. Tarita, what is up, first of all? But Tarita says a lot of women couldn't handle it if men were upfront about how they really are in the beginning. And that's true. That's true, and men know that, and that's why the games happen. I'm gonna tell y'all the fucking truth. I stopped lying. Things didn't get easier for me. They didn't get easier for me as far as me getting to the point where women are mad at me. They didn't get easier. I'll introduce the person I am, and the woman will say, yeah, shit, I'm like that too, right? Then on down the line, when I'm the same person I said I was the whole time, the fact that I ain't changed any of that because of all this pussy that's been flowing down on me, women get upset. Not because I done told a lie, because I told the goddamn truth. And the truth wasn't going to change regardless of how the high grade pussy that they believe they have. Wasn't nothing going to change that truth. This is who I am. I done told the truth. It didn't get easier for me. A lot of people believe, a lot of women will say, well, if men told the truth, it's not necessarily true. Not saying it couldn't curb some of this bullshit, but the truth don't matter because it doesn't matter. A lot of times when a woman is connected to you, she decided that she wants you, brother. She wants you, and she gonna have you. You may think you don't want to be in a relationship, but once he get this pussy, he gonna want it. I know he is. It's just the female ego, never discussed, never talked about, right? Never discussed, never talked about. He gonna want to be with me. I'm special. I'm cute. Got a nice body. I done cleaned up some shit. I cooked some breakfast the other day and shit, right? So of course he's gonna change his fucking mind. No. And I'll still have people, you know, same thing as when I was lying, crying, same tears, same situation, crying and shit, mad and shit, feeling like I done did something wrong. And I gotta sit here like, what the fuck? That's how I be. But a lot of women actually, a lot of dudes think, well, if we come out and say we just want that pussy, then they might not fuck with us like that. A lot of chicks, that's what they want. Here's the thing, though. They want that dick, too. But here's the thing. After repeated in that pussy, after repeated, you know, being together, spending time together, whatever y'all might be doing, women are going to want to be with you exclusively. 9 times out of 10, 99 times out of 100. They're going to want to be with you. You think you just going to be an awesome-ass nigga out here? You thought that? You thought you was going to be awesome and free? Is that what you thought? A lot of brothers think that. You think you just going to be awesome and free? No, man. You're not about to be the shit and free. That's not how it works. Now, women can do this a little bit more because women get less pressure from dudes to be in what they call committed relationships. They get a little less pressure. Not saying dudes don't apply pressure, because I told y'all dudes be lying just to lock something down, right? Women can be awesome as fuck, and they may choose to be single. They're gonna deal with less pressure from men trying to, if they come in and give that get that pussy up real quick, men ain't even okay. I'm cool, I'm fine. Not saying some of these dudes is crazy though. You gotta be careful about these motherfuckers. Okay? Some of these dudes can't take that grade A pussy that you calling yourself putting on him. You just having fun. Getting all wet. Some of these dudes, especially a dude that, and y'all women know, you know when you're dealing with a dude that don't really get a lot of chicks, and some women actually prefer these guys because they get tired of being with these dudes that are really attractive. These, dudes that get women really, really easily. The ladies' men, as you want to call them, they just attract women without even trying. Some women will get tired of that and they'll go to the other group of dudes. They'll try out the other group. And this woman could be, 10. Bad, as y'all call them, right? They'll try to go get them somebody less that ain't got as much, women just throwing themselves at them. And they'll put it on this dude. Regular looking dude, not knocking nobody. Again, I'm not knocking anybody. Regular looking dude, you gonna be this, put it on him. He ain't never had no pussy like that. Now you can't get rid of him. And you don't understand why. Like, what you mean? This dude ain't never had a chick like you. And a lot of men get with women as well, because this thing can be flipped over. A lot of these, these men get with women that they know this chick ain't really, been with no dude as fly as you. She's done. She's done. You're not about to get up off that easy. No, you was just having fun, was you? You thought you were just having fun, brother? That's what you was doing? Thought shit was sweet, huh? She ain't going nowhere. Y'all women that know y'all go down a notch, a peg to get these normal guys, because you tired of this, dealing with all this competition over here. You get these normal dudes, put that pussy on them, all heavy, and now he don't know what to fucking do with himself. This shit happens out here. Y'all better be careful. I'm like trying to tell women, be careful. Be careful what you doing out here. Man, be careful. Linda Galloway says a real woman doesn't use her pussy to get a man. Women don't have to. It's the fact that they have pussy connected to their bodies. They don't have to use it to get a man. But if they put it on his ass and he ain't used to that, he ain't never had no shit like that. She wrote it backwards. Like this nigga probably like, I only saw that shit on the porn. I didn't even know. She done wrote it backwards. A lot of these dudes can't deal with that shit. Y'all might think they can. They ain't. A lot of this head y'all giving out. Let me just look. Hold on. Let me just say this, okay? Let me just say this. Listen. A lot of y'all women believe. This is a serious public service announcement, okay? A lot of y'all women believe that y'all can run around here sucking dick and dudes are supposed to act like you didn't suck his dick like that. A lot of these dudes ain't never, not true. Everybody got a fucking mouth. Everybody has a mouth. Everybody can perform oral sex if they want to, right? Some of y'all women know damn well the shit you got going on is advanced. This was a serious public announcement, a public service announcement. I was trying to be serious. Y'all know the shit y'all got going on is advanced. And you run around here thinking it's okay to do this shit to motherfuckers. What you think gonna happen? Just like dudes that run around here eating pussy. Women know that men can eat pussy. That doesn't mean they're good at it, right? Everybody know that. So I need y'all women to understand there are levels to this shit. There are levels to this shit. Y'all know that men can eat pussy. right? They can be there, do it, show up, lick it, whatever, right? That don't mean they're good at it. Same thing applies to y'all when y'all run around here sucking this dick. Don't be, if you know you don't want this dude that way, don't be out here going ham on him like that. You don't leave this dude no choice. What he's supposed to do? He won't quit calling you. Fuck. He won't quit calling you? Really? You don't know why? You done blocked him on Twitter and Facebook. Really? You don't understand why? Anytime I talk to women that end up in situations like this, I always ask them, and they always think it's a funny question, like, what type pussy and head was you giving them? That shit count. Y'all better start counting this shit on y'all's books. Because I know that women believe, and because the attitude of men a lot of times, women think that somehow all pussy is the same. It's just a wet hole and all this shit. Women believe that. Women think, well, it's just a mouth. It's just head. Dudes shouldn't be. No. No. Okay? Don't be putting it on these dudes. All right? And then thinking that you about to stop talking to him out the blue. Not going to happen like that. That brother going to have some questions. He going to have some questions and he going to want some goddamn answers now. Because now you done dropped it on him and now you just gone? Like, what the fuck you think this is? You thought you was going to leave? You thought you was going to be out here doing that with somebody else? What the fuck you think this is? Now, I'm not saying this is a sane thought process. I'm not saying something's wrong with these dudes. A lot of them. Something's wrong with them. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Okay. But that's how you think you about to just go fuck with somebody else? That's what you thought? Nah. You're not about to do that, as a matter of fact. Not without me stalking the fuck out of you first. I'm going to stalk you. You shouldn't have sucked my dick like that. That's why I don't know why more dudes don't explain themselves like that. I don't get it. We try to get to the bottom of these stalking motherfuckers, right? These crazy motherfuckers, right? I don't know why more dudes don't defend themselves. Like, look, you shouldn't have sucked my dick like that. So that could be the beginning and end of Yana. Look, if you just saw what the fuck happened, you'd understand the situation I'm in. You see, they never do it. I don't know why they don't use that as an excuse yet, but you know, yeah. Oh man, let me read some more of y'all's comments. Wow, y'all laughing. Yeah, I was a serious public service announcement. There's real shit going on. Real shit going on. Real shit. David said, I eat pussy sometimes, not all the time. You better not be eating pussy all the time, goddammit. Don't, you better not be doing that. And y'all think women shouldn't be out here just sucking dick all the time. Not all the time. Don't do that. But still. What y'all talking about? Game? Somebody, Lisa W is talking about the game. Something about the game. I don't know what's going on with the game. Or maybe that wasn't for me. That's probably what it was. Fine Art says, back in my day, sucking dick was a no-no, something you do when married. I don't know what day, how far back them days go. I don't know where you were. Don't know what happened. But I knew for a while there was a big stigma on black women saying they suck dick. Just saying it. Them not doing it, I don't remember that. I mean, I don't know how, you know, where you came from. I don't know where the game was. So I'm not super old, but my whole life, I don't know. I don't know when that was. They might have not said they was doing it, but they was doing it. They was damn sure doing it. Real shit. They damn sure was doing it now. Shit. Ty Lioness just said, just close your mouth and legs. Let me tell you what's funny about that. I'm gonna tell you what's funny about that when women say that y'all just stop having sex, right? Because I agree with the sentiment. Fact of the matter is, the reason that you can say that and it's not happening is because the idea and the concept is that men love sex. We always think about sex. All we want to do is fuck, 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 fuck. That's all we want to do. But in real life, women ain't closing their legs and they're not closing their mouths at all. And the reason that ain't happening is because they like sex just as much as men do, if not more. Tell you what I know. You get you a woman, and I don't even want to call it a high sex drive. A woman's sex drive, especially if she like that dick, it's going to be higher than a man's. I know this for a fact. I know this from experience. I don't even, listen, if the woman like that dick, if you got them doing what you're supposed to do, you making her come, you going ham, you doing what you're supposed to do, all that shit, she going to be able to fuck more than you can keep up with. You ain't got nothing on a woman's sex drive. Men, society done made men believe they do, but in reality, no fucking way. Because once your dick come, you may need a break. All right, I'm just going, I'll testify for myself. I won't even say that. I'll testify for myself. Maybe I'll speak on this about myself and maybe I'm wrong, right? Women ready. It's right back ready. Especially if you didn't destroy it. Now, some of y'all dudes out here just destroying pussy and fine. She may not be able to get back because you done bruised it up, beat it up, cut it up, fucked it up. You done did all this shit. You done went ham on her. Now her shit probably goddamn hurt a little bit because you don't know how to act. But sex drive alone, a woman can fuck. I mean, a woman can fuck you multiply, repeatedly, back to back to back, and they don't care. They don't care. They may need a little nap. They may need a little nap real quick. They coming back and it's coming. Women's sex drive is high. Don't nobody want to talk about it. Don't nobody want to talk about it, man. Don't nobody want to talk about this shit. That's why women, when y'all women been telling women, y'all just need to stop fucking. They can't. It's not something they're doing. They like it. They like it. They like it. Just saying. Jay Powell says, good dick ruins lives. Wow. And good pussy done took down whole empires. Let's put this thing in perspective. If good dick ruin lives, then good pussy can bring down a goddamn empire. That's what it is. Like, for real. Brittany says, I'm celibate and I have been for a while. There are women that, now women do have more of a, women can go celibate for a longer amount of time than a man can. Most definitely. I do believe that. Because y'all will buy y'all a toy and play with your pussy all damn day, and then you're probably fine with that. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that you do that, but this celibate moniker is one thing, but women still masturbating heavy. A lot of women can go celibate because the men they was fucking with wasn't making them come anyway, so they're not really missing out on anything. Hell, most women have more orgasm or the better orgasm when they do the shit themselves, because men can't even do it with them. It's sad, I know. I'm sorry, I know. But celibacy for a woman, especially if she's been dealing with dick that ain't making her come anyway, well, I'm celibate. I don't fuck with dick. I'll just play with my pussy in the shower real quick. Real quick. Won't take me no time. Because I know exactly where to go. I know exactly how to do it. So I'll just get it in like that. Not saying that you're doing that, Brittany. But women can, you know, get them some toys, play with their pussy, you know, and they can be celibate real quick. It is what it is. It is what it is. Tarita says people confuse celibate for abstinent oftentimes. Break it down. Break it down for him, Tarita. Break it down for him real quick. Tell him the difference. Y'all not supposed to be. Y'all talking about y'all laughing. I'm dead ass. This is real shit. Jay Powell said she cried the other day because she missed having sex. I want Tarita to break down the difference between celibacy and abstinence. Because I use them interchangeably. I guess if you're celibate, then you don't have sex. But if you're abstinent, you don't have sex. Okay, Sweet Tea says celibate is no sex at all ever. Abstinent is taking a break. Well, celibate is I would think that celibate, okay, celibate has an end game. Celibate has, I guess, an absolute end game. Teresa says celibacy means you're waiting until you get married. Abstinent means you're simply not fucking. Wouldn't a person that's celibate, I guess, wait until they get married? I guess from their first, or they just never had sex. Like, wouldn't that be like a virgin? Or y'all saying like a person just stopped when they met somebody, and then they, you know what I'm saying, decide to be celibate with this person? Is that what you say? Like, is celibate something you do with two, like together, like two people doing that together, or what? Because I use them interchangeably, honestly. I don't know. Soulville says the state of abstaining from marriage and sexual relations is celibacy. It ain't too many motherfuckers out here celibate or abstinent at all. Not too many. Not by choice. Not too many. Especially not no men. Women have more of a capacity to be abstinent or celibate, or however y'all want to use the words. Women have more of a capacity to be abstinent and celibate than men do. Because if men have a choice, now some dudes, they gonna be celibate, abstinent. They don't have a choice. Ain't nobody trying to fuck them. Some of y'all, okay. David Bowman says the only thing I do abstain from is sex, not celibate. Damaris asks, how is masturbation not natural? Really? Y'all think masturbation is a natural thing? That's some natural shit for you to masturbate. I didn't think people thought it was natural. Y'all think masturbation is natural? Explain it to me, please. I want to know. I'm gonna know this, and then we're gonna get back on. I'm gonna get back on track with talking about relationships. I'm gonna get back on track. I'm gonna get back on track. How is masturbation natural? And I'll explain my opinion on masturbation. All right. I want to see some of y'all explain this to me. I'm waiting. I want somebody to explain how masturbation is natural. I'm gonna wait on this shit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. TYS says no feelings, no stalking. I understand the convenience of masturbation, but natural? I want somebody to explain to me how masturbation is natural. Right, ASAP Joe. Very good point. I want to see what they're saying first. Actually, Ashley Lynn says masturbation is natural. Infants do it. What? I got 5 kids. None of my infant kids ever masturbated that I know of. Now, I know little boys like to tug at their little dicks and play with them and shit. I know that, but they ain't masturbating. They don't even have a concept of masturbation. They don't even have a concept. Infants? What? Yes, I do have 5 children. TYS. I do. Oh, you're right. Says, yes, it's natural as scratching and itch. I mean, children do it, especially boy children. First of all, y'all gonna stop throwing our little boys out there like that. Y'all gonna stop treating our boys like that. All right, I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of everything perverse is little boys. No, that's bullshit. Women been playing with their pussy forever. Stop this. Putting it off on these little boys. Jesus Christ. Y'all always throwing little boys under the bus. Jeez. Y'all throw little boys under the bus. Men get thrown under the bus as we get older. We perverts, but we know y'all women sex drive is high. We know y'all always playing with y'all's pussy. Stop it. Most women I know say they start masturbating when they was like 10, 11 years old, 12 years old. Like, stop it. Stop. Okay, y'all are arguing that masturbation is normal. Here is my counter argument to masturbation is not normal. If masturbation, y'all saying because kids do it, it's natural. Kids also pick up shit and eat off the ground. So using kids for a benchmark as to what's natural doesn't make any sense. So we're going to leave the kids. I'm going to take the kids. We're going to put them to bed. It's past their bedtime anyway. We're going to put the kids to sleep right now. Okay? Kids do a lot of shit that is not natural. All right? So we're not going to do that to the kids. What I will say is that if the point of masturbation is to have an orgasm, that's the whole point of it. The point of masturbation is to have an orgasm. Right? What about you being pleased that way is natural? You don't have to have an orgasm. Some people are sitting here talking about abstinence. Some people are sitting here talking about celibacy. You don't have to bust a nut. Now, some of you may feel like you have to. I get that. You feel as though you have to, but the only purpose for a man to bust a nut is for procreation. That's the purpose of it. That's the point of it. That's the whole purpose of it, is to have children. We have sex for fun. That's what we do. We have sex for fun. It's a stress reliever to people. But technically, it's supposed to be for procreation. Technically. So if you off watching porn, right? Either doing this motion, I don't know how y'all call this natural, but you sitting out here like this, right? I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but fine. Cool. How is this a natural thing? Breathing is natural. Seeing is natural. Since it's a smell, it's natural. Y'all done put masturbation right up in here with the things that actually are natural. How sick are y'all? Like, y'all some freaks. Y'all some freaks. Y'all got masturbation up there with eating, drinking, like this natural. A woman holding her leg back, doing a little remixing the pussy real quick, you know. This is natural. I can't believe y'all saying this shit. Like, this shows how, you know, I guess fond we are of, you know, busting nuts, but natural. Y'all wow for that. Y'all is wild. Growing is natural, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's natural. Y'all said masturbation natural. The doctor said it was. So I don't give a fuck what them doctors talking about. Y'all like, I don't care what doctors say. If that's what y'all want to use as y'all's proof, doctors, I don't care what they say. My own mind can see that nothing about this to some porn or something is natural. Busting a nut, having to go wash your hands. You're not even supposed to be coming outside of a body. Men, it ain't even supposed to be outside of a body. That ain't what it's for. That's not what it's for. It's supposed to be in the body. So nothing about you washing cum off your hands, wiping yourself off, lotion or whatever you use. None of that's natural. None of it. And women, your dildos, your fingers, playing with your clit for however long to bust a nut, then clean yourself up. That's not natural. Stop it. Stop this. Say y'all like it. All right, we can do that. Say that you like doing it, right? And leave it at that. Making it a natural thing, no, we can't go that far with it. We cannot. All right. We can't go that far. It's just way too far to call it natural. Like it's right up there with the sky being blue. Like, y'all, it's crazy. Y'all crazy, but y'all some freaks though. Emmanuel Jones says, so are you against or for masturbation? I'm not neither. I don't give a fuck. If you want to beat your dick all day or play with your pussy, I don't care. I'm not for or against it, but I'm not going to let people call it natural. Like, that's just too much for my mind to deal with. Because I know of some natural things, natural functions, like pissing, like shitting. Like, you can't put something that you're doing and make it natural. Like, I can't do that. But I don't care. Like, y'all do it. Your shit, do whatever you gotta do. Do whatever you gotta do. But just because it's not natural doesn't mean you can't engage in it. Hell, having sex from the back isn't natural. Like, technically, a lot of these, I think the Karma Sutra actually got a lot of unnatural sex positions in there. A lot of unnatural ones. A lot of y'all into anal sex, not natural, but you still do it, you know. Doesn't mean you can't like it or like doing it, but it's not natural, you know. That's just it. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to burst nobody's bubble or anything like that. I'm just saying it's not natural. Conscious and Crazy said it's not natural. How about normal? I don't know if I want to normalize, because then it makes the people that don't do it abnormal. How about, why does it have to be categorized as natural, normal? It's just some shit people like to do sometimes to get off. It don't have to be put anywhere. Because if you say it's normal, then the people that don't do it, they're abnormal. And I would argue the people that don't do it probably more normal than the people that do. I would argue that. We don't have to put it anywhere. Just let it be some shit y'all fuck with. It is what it is, you know? It is what it is. Some of y'all are advocating for masturbation being normal, but you know, I disagree. Oh, you're right, says, are there people who don't do it? Actually, there's one sitting right here on this video. Not saying I haven't done it. I won't treat nobody like that. As a young boy, I've done it before. Okay. I done did it. Made a career out of it, honestly. I used to beat off to the Jet Beauty of the Week when I was young. Some of y'all may remember Jet Magazine. The bitch was about, motherfucker probably about that big. I would beat off to the Jet Beauty of the Week. This is how sick I was. Sick I was. But even though I did that, I'm not going to sit here and say it's natural. I was just a little perverted ass little boy who wanted to jack off. I can just let it be that. I used to jack off to Jet Beauty of the Week. Did it. Confessing it. But as an adult, once I started getting pussy, why am I jacking off? Why am I beating myself off when there's so many female hands out here for me to use? If I just get pushed to that point, but I can just get some pussy. Like, I'm not about to. I ain't about to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't about to just do it like that. Y'all wow. Y'all wow. Oh, you're right. I agree. She says, I feel as if most, if not all people have masturbated. I agree with that. That don't make it natural. I could have easily not been a perverted ass little boy. I could have easily not been perverted. Easily. Easily. But, you know. Not something I'm into personally. Not knocking anybody personally for doing so, but I wouldn't classify it as natural. I wouldn't do that. So. But let's go back. Let's get back on track. Because I'm gonna stay in here with y'all till about 11. Let's try to get back to the original. We're trying to better relationships. We're trying to make the concept of relationships be better. And the only way to do this is, for one, these conversations need to be had within your relationships. Y'all need to be talking about sex more than you do. Oh shit. What y'all talking about Cynthia done did? Y'all y'all is wild, all right? Y'all is wild, okay? But these conversations need to be had. A lot of people in their relationships have a lot of built up, pent up sexual frustration. A lot of it. A lot of sexual frustration, and they're with the person that they have sex with. Now, how the fuck do you have sexual frustration and you're with somebody to have sex with? Now, sexual frustration can show itself in different ways. You have people that be agitated, aggravated, grumpy, moody, based on them being sexually frustrated. Remember whenever you was in school and you had that teacher, oh motherfucking bitch, probably. Oh motherfucking. And you would know, like, okay, this teacher's a mean, cold bitch, right? Mean, cold bitch. What you would assume automatically is, man, she ain't getting no dick. You would assume that, man, he ain't getting no pussy. Something, this motherfucker ain't acting right. Something is off in their life, right? This is how you treat people. You ain't even got to know their story. I treated so many teachers like that and people like that in my lifetime. Just see them being mad as hell over there, just being mad. And you just like, damn, I know they ain't getting no dick. Not no good dick anyway. If they're getting dick, it's some sad, depressing dick. And it's reflecting on her mood. That's how I treat people to this day. I can't help it. Dude's in a bad mood, like, bro, when the last time you had some pussy, man? You seem a little uptight, you know. Seems like something's going on with you, man. A little angrier than usual. Even, well, let me tell you what we would do to motherfuckers. Even if a dude was strong, we could just call that motherfucker cocky. That motherfucker strong as hell. Just, oh, you strong as hell today, man. How long? When the last time? Like, you feeling a little strong today. You little. Last time you had some pussy, man. You mean help you get some? This is the type of shit you try to do. You nigga like you good? You mean help you? Like we can go try to get some. This is the situation. People be sexually frustrated a lot of times too, and it affects their mood, especially if they're used to having sex. I'm not talking to you all stars that can just be abstinent and celibate and all of that. Y'all great people. You amazing people. But some people, that shit affects their moods. That shit affects their moods, and they'll be with people. How the fuck are you with somebody and you sexually frustrated and you stay with them? Sexual chemistry counts. It matters. People will always be on some, oh, well, sex isn't that important in a relationship. It's deeper than that, right? The only way that's true is if both parties have that same mentality. I know we go back to that whole opposites attract myth. If both people have that mentality, then fine. But if one of those people don't think like that, then this becomes a problem. Now y'all argue. Now everybody fighting, everybody uptight. Things aren't fluid. But that shit matters in a relationship. Y'all better be on the same page sexually. If she's into doing a little random freaky shit, well, you better be into doing a little random freaky shit too, bro. If he's into a little freaky ass shit, you better get your ass into it too. Or you better go ahead and release yourself from the goddamn contract and go get with you somebody else. I had a woman tell me one time. She was talking to me about her husband. She was a stay-at-home wife. She talked about the fact that this man would get off work and he wanted too much pussy. She said she could not take care of the kids, cook, clean, boop, do everything. This dude wanted to hit it all day, every day. She's married to him. So my question was, okay, how long has he been like this? First thing I asked her, how long has he been like this? He'd been like this the whole time, but it's gotten old, is what she said. I said, oh, shit. So she didn't have the energy anymore to have sex that much. And she didn't know how to tell him. She would, instead, what she would do is lay there like a fucking, y'all talking about sex doll. I seen somebody say something about sex dolls over here. She basically laid there and was a sex doll for him. Just let him pump away at her. She didn't have any connection to it. It wasn't sexy to her. It wasn't pleasing to her. She was basically a goddamn sex doll for her husband. And she didn't know how to tell him to chill because she was afraid that he would take his, sexual energy out here in the world. But she wasn't happy with the sex. He just pumping. And these is married folks. She said they was married for 12 years, I believe 12 or 13 years. 12 or 13 years. But she said that dude came home and wanted to fuck 3-4 times one day. And she ain't have it in her. And he wasn't doing it to where it was good to her. He wasn't making it good to her. He treated her. A lot of men will treat the sex almost like, I saw this on Twitter. They'll treat the sex like almost like they just basically jacking off inside of a woman's body, using a woman's body to jack off with. They just want to come. A lot of men doing that, which is why a lot of women aren't having orgasms. A lot of women aren't coming, right? Y'all, wow. Y'all is wow. Y'all is wow. Exactly. Brittany, I think he was too rough. He was just in there going ham. And she was just laying there. So I don't even know how he did it. I could not have sex with somebody just laying there like that. Like with nothing. No, nothing. But he didn't care. It was a matter of function. And she felt like it was her role to fulfill that need for him as her husband, which I couldn't disagree with. But I say you need to sit down and talk to your husband. A lot of people, a lot of problems that we have in these relationships is because people aren't talking. And people are changing. We get with people and think that somehow they're going to stay the same. They're going to stay the same as far as their moods, as far as their maturity. And that's not how it works. If you and your person aren't maturing and growing together, learning each other as things change, then you're going to fall behind. You're going to lose. A lot of people can't communicate with each other. This will affect your fucking relationship in every single way possible. If you on some other shit, a lot of y'all know this. A lot of y'all done laid up with coons, in a relationship with coons, and you had to cut them off. You had to change what you like. I've done it for myself. You change the shit you into. Well, I don't want to have coon combos all day. I don't give a fuck what happened on the reality show. I don't care about the latest gossip, really. If that's all you got to say, I'm not into that. I changed what I'm into as I matured, you see, as we change. A lot of, even in a situation where you have people putting down religion, or turn their backs on religion, well, their mate may not be ready to do that yet. Causes a problem. People be changing, and it causes big rifts in the relationship that you have with the person that you're trying to be with. It happens. And people haven't figured out how to be like, well, look, here's the thing. This either isn't going to work anymore because a lot of people get comfortable. They don't want to go back out here in the dating world. And some people will just thug it. They'll just be with the person, fight all the time, and it becomes normal. It is what it is, right? I'm not built like that. Another one of the things that makes me not built for relationships as a whole. I'm not about to do that. Not going to do that. I know that we say that in relationships, there has to be compromise. Some stuff you cannot compromise. I'm not going to compromise my beliefs, especially about this pro-black, shit that I be on. I'm not going to compromise that to be with someone because they don't want to do that. I'm not going to compromise the fact that I don't believe that we should be Christians. I think it's bullshit to be with a Christian girl because I like her. We was in a relationship and I broke free. A lot of people that's calling themselves waking up, they're going through that. They're waking up, but their person still asleep. A lot of people going through that because y'all done grew in two different paths. Y'all growing in two different paths. And at that point that you see that, you got to decide whether you want to sit around arguing, fighting with this motherfucker for your blackness or for whatever level of consciousness that you're on. Do you want to spend the rest of your relationship doing that? Even though you may love them, even though you may care about them, even though you have time vested in this, y'all, ain't nothing good gonna come out of that. This is where people start wasting more years of their lives. A lot of people will resent people for this shit, but you can't resent them. If they want to stay where they are, then let them stay where the fuck they are. But what I know about me is, well, nah, love or not, I'm out. I can't do it. I can't do it. I cannot do it. And a lot of people are doing that. A lot of y'all saying y'all couldn't live like that. Do you know how many people out here that are with people who they can't do it with, and they just with them? They just with them because they've been with them. It's comfortable. They don't have to get to know, re-know anybody. They just with them. Because that shit is what they believe that this is a normal process. Waste years of their lives before they separate or go their own separate ways. A lot of people out here wasting time just to be with people, just to be close to people, just to say they have somebody. That shit's happening out here. And people don't, it ain't gonna do nothing but tear the relationship up. That's all it's gonna do. Roxanne Looney talking about, yes, that's when you gotta spice it up. Hey, if that shit's spicy from the beginning, you ain't even gotta add no spice to it. I mean, honestly, I guess I've never been in a situation to have to would be spice it up. You know what I mean? But I do understand that people do that. I think it's very, very admirable that women will do that, or men too will do that. Well, they'll try to do things differently to make their person happy, especially sexually. You know what I'm saying? Spice it up, make it hot for them real quick. Make it all the way hot. But I'm gonna tell you what happens, and the reason that you have to spice stuff up is because you wasn't on your shit anyway. Every time that you in there, every time you in, it should be sexy, it should be passionate, it should be fulfilling, it should be gratifying. That way you don't get to the point where you having boring sex at all. It ain't even like, it's not even like that. You don't even get to that point where, yeah, sex life's been kind of lame for a while now. How? You're supposed to be improving every time. The more you in that pussy, the more you learn that pussy. The better you are at pleasing that pussy. If you're a man, if you're a woman, you understand, you start learning exactly what he like. That's the whole time. That's the entire time. So you don't get to that dull moment. And I'm not saying that you have to be, a lot of people believe in it. I see some people saying that you have to go to and dildos, vibrators, gels, all types, ointments, and you don't have to do all of that. Just make sure it's sexy. Make sure it's sexy. Make sure it's intimate. You know what I'm saying? Women be into that shit too. Get you a little, very what they would call passionate. It ain't have to be, it don't gotta be flashy. It don't have to be full-blown flashy. But make sure it's passionate. Every time you give it that energy, it'll be good. It's gonna be good because you're gonna connect on that level. Especially if y'all getting along and shit. A lot of people like to fight all up until they fucking. We already talked about that. It's bullshit. That's bullshit. If you intellectually, y'all both make each other's day. Y'all both do it. Y'all go through some shit. You're gonna go through some shit with people. You're gonna get in disagreements with people. But at the end of the day, y'all make each other's day. As long as you add that passion in that shit, it'll be good. You ain't gotta be flashy. You ain't gotta put her on her head. She ain't gotta do a split on your dick. She ain't gotta do nothing crazy. Just make sure that shit passionate. Make sure it's sexy. That's really all it is to it. That's really all it is to it. For real. Breeding says toys take away from sex. I couldn't imagine. I've known dudes that actually incorporated toys. Women incorporated toys while they was fucking with them. And they didn't see nothing wrong with that. Now, I will make these dudes feel bad. I'm not saying that's right. I'm not saying I should have made them feel bad about it. But I'm like, bruh, if she need a vibrator or anything, then you failing somewhere. What you doing with your hands while you in that pussy? Where your hands at? Like, what are you doing with that? Because if she need a vibrator to be on her clit for her to come, then there's a good chance your hands. Y'all remember what was it, Talladega Nights? I think it was Ricky Bobby. He kept saying he didn't know what to do with his hands. He didn't know what to do with his hands. He didn't know what to do with his hands. He was just sitting there taking pictures of shit. He didn't know what to do with his hands. A lot of men don't know what to do with their hands. Y'all think their hands is just for smacking ass, grabbing some ass cheek, maybe choke her a little bit. I know they into that. Not my fault. Women like that. I don't know. But she got a whole clit. A whole clit you can be playing with while you in there. Then maybe she don't have to need no goddamn vibrator, bro. What you doing? I used to make these dudes feel like shit when they told me this shit. Like it was normal. Like, that ain't normal, bro. You failing. You failing and she trying to save your motherfucking ass. That's what's happening with that. She is failing. That's all it is to it. I mean, you failing. You can't fail that shit. For real. Oh, yeah, right. That's not true. She talking about Rob be talking shit during sex. I can tell. I do not. What I be doing is being, or trying, at least making attempts to be great. I don't be doing no whole lot of talking shit. I don't. Women do a lot of talking, more so than me. I may give some direction, turn over real quick. You know, let me see what the fuck going on back here real quick, right? But as far as talking shit, no, I don't do that. I just be going in. That's what I try to do. Just try to be the best motherfucker I can be at the time. That's all. That's what I'm doing. Real focused as to what I'm doing. For real. I don't be talking no shit though. I don't be talking no shit because to me, it ain't no shit for me to talk. Ain't no shit for me to talk. We gonna let this dick do what it do. We gonna do what it do. And then we can talk about it later on if you want to. But you see what the fuck going on here. So I don't really do that whole lot. I don't talk shit before, during. I don't do no whole lot of talking shit because I know what the fuck I'm doing. I know what's going on. I know exactly what I'm doing. Jay Powell talking about yes, men, y'all too old to not know how to play with pussy. A lot of people ain't been, you know, they haven't been put to the test of that. Let me tell y'all something. A lot of y'all women make this one fatal flaw when y'all create y'all sexual attitudes. All right. And notice I said women create their sexual attitudes, right? When y'all create y'all sexual attitudes, y'all think y'all supposed to be moaning the whole time you having sex. This is something that women learn how to do. I don't know what makes them do it. Maybe watching TV, maybe porn. I don't know. But they just moaning, making this dude feel like he's doing good, even if he's not doing that great. A lot of women do that. And early on, there's a good chance that he probably ain't doing this shit right. He don't know, like, well, you know, you could just be playing with this. You could be playing with this clip real quick because dudes know how to finger chicks. This is what dudes know how to do. Dudes know how to finger chicks. A lot of them. They take these two fingers and just jam them in pussy. This is where dudes fuck up at. All right? They're doing this. Jamming at that pussy. All right? I'm going to answer some of y'all's questions in a minute. Let me finish this point. I'm going to answer Jay Powell's question and somebody's question. They're doing this shit. Once they dick in that pussy, guess what happens to this? That's gone now. Because now his dick is doing that. So again, he don't know. He don't know do with his hands. Because that's how they learn how to finger. This is what we learned. Fingering chicks. It was a shit back in my day. It was a shit back in my day. You can finger a chick, but on the school bus? Shit, but right. A lot of dudes doing that. And once they dick in that pussy, they don't know what to do with their hands. They don't know. They just, they don't know what to do. So some of y'all women have to direct these dudes instead of protecting their egos. A lot of y'all need to be talking to these dudes like, look, bro, teach them how to play with your clit. Now, we know that y'all say, well, dudes don't know where it's at. They don't know how to. I had to do my own. I mastered my own shit. But a lot of men don't know. Like, talk to them. A lot of women say they can masturbate with their fingers and come just like that. Come just like that. They know. Women know how to play with their own pussy. Teach them. Some of y'all say, I ain't got time to teach. Well, then don't be talking no shit. Can't talk no shit if you ain't got time to teach. You ain't got time to show them. You don't want to make a suggestion. Then don't be talking shit. When you get that whack ass dick, that's the dick you wanted because you didn't want to say nothing. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Now, I'm gonna go back up into some of these. I do not have rant radio. I do not have nobody want to cheat on their man. That's not what I'm here to do. We're trying to bridge the gap between to make shit, be better. That's all I'm doing. I am 6'1.5" for somebody who asked me how tall I was. And I do choke a little bit during sex, depending on the situation, depending on the mood. Because everything, and another thing too is the mood changes. You see what I'm saying? You can't have this one set way that you do it. It depends on where the mood is and what you're dealing with. Really. That's what it's all about. You just go where the mood goes. If you just, every time you just choking the shit out, it may not be necessary for all that, all the time, you see. Sometimes you may want to be more sensual. You may want to be more into what they call lovemaking or something like that. And you may even want to bring it in on the love making. If you can get that slow stroke going and grab that neck real quick right when she about to come, that probably make it come even harder. Women like this. I don't know what's wrong with them, but they like it. I don't know. But I mean, you know, I do what I can, man. I do, you know. I'm not out here trying to fail. That's just what I don't do. I'm not failing pussy. I don't do that. That's not what I'm into. That's not what I'm doing out here in these streets. So that's bullshit. I'm a grown ass man. I'm a grown ass man. And I take pride in this shit. A lot of men actually too. I'm gonna tell you this. I'll make another point about sex and the, you know, sexual interaction between men and women. A lot of dudes are doing it just to do it. They just doing it just to do it. You know what I'm saying? And I can't say a lot of women are. A lot of women just doing it just to do it, just to pass time. A lot of people end up in relationships, they just have sex just to pass time. You know what I'm saying? Or to get over some argument or something like that too. But they just doing it just to do it. It's almost like a sport. You know what I'm saying? You just trying to, you knocking back whatever the fuck, how many ever chicks or how many ever times, you just doing it. And that's another problem too. Don't just do it just to do it. Give a fuck about what you're doing. Same way you is on that 2K. Let me tell y'all, man. Same way you'll get on that 2K. You trying to goddamn win. You ain't doing it just to do it. That's the same attitude you need to have about sex with a woman. Don't just do it just to do it. Do it because you give a fuck about it and you want to be good at it. For real. For real. I'm not trying to be extra, y'all. Look, I'm not trying to be extra at all. We just having a conversation. We just talking, you know. We just talking. But to me, I take sex seriously. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't be out here playing no games. I'm just not out here doing it. So, wow, J Powell, you wow. You as wow. Y'all is wild in here, man. Y'all listen. Jay talking about, y'all ever had a nigga choke you too hard and your eyes start bulging? That nigga is wild. If your eyes starting to bulge, then something's wrong. All right? Something's wrong. He done blacked out. He done clocked out for a little bit. You might gotta wake him up. Clap your hands or something. Get him back. Like, whoa, come back. I'm a person. I need an esophagus. I need to breathe, my nigga. Come back. I know that pussy probably good, but come reel it back. Come back to, you know, that's what you have to do. For real. If they ain't doing that shit. But seriously though, I think that women and men would get more out of their relationships if we set realistic goals for our would-be relationships. And honestly, I think we would have more success if people's minds, women in particular, because y'all the ones that are falling a victim to being disappointed and let down a lot of times by relationships. I'm realistic enough to know that. Y'all put a lot into dudes. You give him that pussy, you know what I'm saying? You trying for him, and he's just not where you are. You need to understand that he may not get there, but do not limit your options to one dude all the time. Now, some people, and like I said, when I watched these videos, they were calling this girl, calling these women that were saying they're single till they married, they was calling them hoes. That's not hoe shit. That's intelligence. I'm not saying you got to run around here fucking every single person you talk to, but to put all of your attention on one person during the vetting process, doing what should be courting. This is what it was supposed to be. At one time, you go out with people, you get to know who they are. You decide to have sex with them, you learn who they are sex-wise, and then you make a decision based on that. But I don't see anything wrong with keeping your options open. That's not hoe shit to me. That's intelligence. Because if you don't, then you're going to end up being in situations you don't want to be in. And a lot of women, quiet as kept, aren't ready to be in relationships. They think they are because they was born a woman. If you're born a woman, then automatically you good, right? You born a woman, automatically you got what it takes to be in a relationship. Automatically you have the communication that's necessary. Automatically you have the perception of relationships that's necessary. Automatically you're a good team player. Automatically, that's not true. And I think a lot of women, you know, I was realistic enough to decide, well, no, I'm not built right, right? But a lot of women believe they're automatically ready for a relationship just based on the strength that they're a woman. And that's a mistake. That's a mistake that women make. And I chalk it up to, one, just being disillusioned first, being raised to believe that that's what, you know, that's what it's all about, is to be in a relationship, but also a level of arrogance. Now, how many times have you ever had any woman had a relationship class, or even men? Nobody gets a class on this shit. Nobody gets, you get stories from other people about their shit and what they do. Ain't nothing teaching anybody how to functionally be in the relationships that people are doing. Like, people are basically married. These aren't relationships that people are in out here. These are marriages without the fucking ceremony and the court papers. That's what people are in. People aren't in relationships. They're in full-blown marriages. That's what they in. And if you know damn well, people will say about marriages, this is what people like to do too, especially when they are married. Well, if you are getting married, you have to have a whole different mentality. You have a different mindset. You have to learn how to be a wife. You have to learn how to be a husband. Well, if the same rules apply to marriage that they apply to relationships, well, you need to learn how to be a girlfriend. If y'all gonna be one, learn how to be a boyfriend if you're going to be one. If this is the situation you're gonna be in, you got to learn this shit. We automatically think because we like somebody, we can just be with them. It don't work like that. It does not work like that at all. We think so. And women, y'all got to stop this shit too. Putting these time restraints on when he's supposed to be in a relationship with you. It's been 3 months. This is why many women say this. It's been 3 months. It's been 3 whole months. Where is this going? Like, what the fuck? We getting to know each other. What you mean, where's it going? It's going to the part where we get to know each other. And if that ain't enough, then okay, you gotta get you somebody else that's gonna be ready to be in a relationship with you after 3 months. Get you somebody that got that. I used to, let me tell you what I used to do. I used to okay, it's been 3 months. I'm trying to lock this shit down. Okay, whatever. Whatever you want to do, I'm doing it with you. Not no more. I ain't built for that. If you need a man that's going to want to go with you in 3 months or a couple weeks or whatever the situation may be, then you have to get that. Go get that man. There's no need for you to talk to me. I'm wasting your time. You're wasting your time with me. Get you somebody that you're going to be with after 3 months, 6 months, or whatever. And then after y'all break up in a year, tops, then you'll see how stupid this is. But most women won't see how dumb this is. They just do it again. They just do it again. They just do it again and again and again and again until they supposedly find this one. But had they got to know these motherfuckers, instead of thinking sex equals relationship, you decide to fuck them. That's what you decide to do. Well, I ain't gonna say he didn't take it. A lot of these motherfuckers out here, some rapey ass niggas out here in the world, rapey ass dudes out here. But if he didn't say upon sex, we gonna be together, or now that we had sex, the relationship is on the next level. To a lot of men, sex isn't what women make it out to be for themselves. It's just not. And this confusion causes confusion. It's just not that to a man. You didn't upgrade in a relationship. He just got him some pussy. Like, oh shit, I was wondering what that pussy was like anyway. God damn, all right. But a woman, she's like, oh shit, that shit was, you know, it was decent, it was good. I want to be with this dude now. Mine's going in 2 different, completely different directions. Do not be having sex with dudes expecting this dude to start wanting to be in a relationship. It's not. It ain't y'all's fault because y'all wasn't taught. I'm going to hold my daughters down. They're going to have an idea about what sex is to men. And if you're going to be doing it, well, this is how you should conduct yourself. Because I don't want my daughters running around crying every goddamn year over these little motherfuckers out here. Heartbroken all the goddamn time. If you don't have the mentality for sex, don't have sex. Because it takes a mentality to be having what they call casual sex. Now, if you want to wait till you get married to a motherfucker, well, that's really the way that y'all should be going. But if you're not going to do that, if you're not going to wait till you get married, there's a certain mentality that you need to have, women. Because what continues to happen is y'all's mindset about sex and men's mindset about sex is completely different. Y'all act like y'all know it, but then you act like you don't know it at the same time. That you need to have the mindset for having casual sexual relationships, or you just need to not be fucking this dude at all. This is what's real. A lot of women don't like that shit. They get mad about it, but it just is what it is. If you don't have the mentality for it, you're going to end up having your feelings hurt a lot. And a lot of our little girls are raised up without things being put in the context for them. They're told about how men are dogs, how men always want to fuck somebody, but they're not told about, well, if you're going to be fucking, young lady, here's the mindset you need to have. If you're going to be out here doing that. Before, you know, we talk to them about condoms and pregnancy. Well, we don't talk about the mentality needed to have casual sex. And to me, that is important. Because these grown women don't even have the mentality to have casual sex. But they've been having sex since they were 16 years old. Getting hurt every couple years. Because they had a different idea about sex than what was really present at the time. That's real life. It don't matter really how. The only way that I feel like shit is going to be corrected is if mentalities change. Mentalities must change. Because technically, you are single as fuck until you're married to someone. That's what it is. That's all it is to it. And I know a lot of our little girls aren't getting these lessons. And I'm not saying this because of absentee fathers, because even fathers that are present don't do nothing but tell them to stay away from dick. That's it. That's the lesson. Stay away from that dick. These boys only want one thing. That's it. That's with a present father. That's real. Daddy there and everything. Stay away from dick. They only want one thing. They dogs. That's it. No context or anything like that. So it's not even a matter of the would-be father being present or not. It's a matter of the father actually being able to talk to his daughter about sex, because a lot of dads are real uncomfortable talking about sex to their daughters. Hell, a lot of parents are real uncomfortable talking about sex with their kids outside of what you're not supposed to do. That's it. You're going to get what you're not supposed to do. And use condoms. You'll get that. That's it. That's all you're getting. That's all parents giving out. That's all we giving out. Those are the only tools we giving our kids out here, thinking that somehow they're going to be pure for their whole fucking lives until they get married. It ain't real. It ain't real. It's almost like we expect all of our daughters in the world to just never have sex. And we don't prepare them for it. We read some more of y'all's comments. Duma S says, what? How does a father expect his daughter to know how to pick the right guy? Too many fathers expecting a good dude with putting, expecting a good dude with putting in work to teach. I think I know what you're saying. Because actually, fathers don't equip our daughters to pick a right guy. We think we do. By telling them to stay away from bad boys, thugs, dudes with criminal records, dudes with bad credits, dudes with bullshit ass jobs. We think we're doing our job at that. That's it. We telling our daughters what to stay away from. And if the dude can come in front of the dad and put on a good enough show, then well, he might be good. Might be a good dude. He said, you know, he seemed mannerable, you know, got a nice job and shit like that. Doesn't mean as much as we think it does. There's a good chance Daddy gonna meet more than one dude. Good chance, reality, but people don't like to deal in reality. You know what I'm saying? We'll vet our daughters that way. Tell our daughters what men's supposed to have. We'll do that, but we don't prepare them for, okay, baby, well, I assume you fucking this dude. So where's this going? Is he talking about marrying you? No? Okay, y'all just go together now? Okay. Well, here's what you need to know about this go together shit. You single till you married. So don't expect him to be faithful and all this shit, all these rules of marriage. Don't expect him to be all this shit. Don't expect that of him. Y'all not married. Don't be coming in here crying when you find he got this other bitch number in you. No. No. Don't do that. Because you're expecting too much of him. That dick might be good, but you're expecting too much of them, you see. And that's where we fail our daughters. Even, and I'm not going to say these fathers have good intentions. Fathers, they have good intentions. They have good intentions, but we don't prepare our daughters. And we really don't prepare our sons either. I mean, technically, we don't really prepare our sons either. We're not really preparing nobody. We're not preparing our sons not to lie. We're not preparing our sons not to lie. They are taught, typically little boys, are taught to run game to get the girl. That's it. That's it. Little boys ain't taught how to be in no relationships, how to be good boyfriends. That shit they learn on the fly. That shit everybody learning on the fly. Like, ain't nobody getting no lessons. You might got some examples of maybe how your parents conduct themselves, but you don't see the nitty gritty of your parents and how they really are. You don't see that shit like that. Unless you got some wild ass parents that may fight in front of you or some shit. But you don't see the real. You don't see the real as to how this thing is staying together. What all they went through to be at this point that they are now. You don't really see all of that all the time. You don't. Kids don't really see that shit all the time. We out here. Somebody said who said that shit? Sure none. If I'm sorry, I could be fucking your name up. But Shernon says we out here winging it. And that's basically what it is. Just out here, you know. Go ahead. Get you a girlfriend. You know, we let our kids have little girlfriend, boyfriends when they, what, 12, 13 years old? My daughter, 14 years old, her school and shit. These little girls got full-blown boyfriends. How the fuck does a 14-year-old know how to be a boyfriend? What do you mean? What you mean? How does he even know what to do? Let me tell you what people think, and this is what children think, and it transpires into or transcends into adulthood. They think that a person that they talk to on a pretty much daily basis, have little pet names for baby, bae, you know, whatever the fuck y'all come up with. A person that they eat with, watch some TV with. That's all. That's it. And fuck, of course. That's it. This is his boyfriend. This is a relationship. This is what it is. And it's more than that. But you have we got parents who let their kids call themselves having boyfriends and girlfriends at young ages. It's grown folk that don't know how to be a goddamn boyfriend or be a girlfriend. 30 years old. You telling me at 15 your daughter can have a boyfriend? 16? A boyfriend? They don't even know what to do. They can't do nothing but hang out and fuck. That's it. This is why it even shows more that you're single till you marry, because that's all that other relationships have too. They hang out and fuck. That's grown folk. So from the time you introduce to relationships, young, you hang out and you fuck. That's it. Till you're married, then you maybe buy a home together and things like that. You're single as fuck until you're married, even if you like this motherfucker or whatever the situation may be. That's it. That's it. Hang out and fuck. And hope it lasts. You know, you hope the chemistry stay, you know, Hope it stays in there. But you hang out and fuck. That's it. That's all relationships are. These boyfriend-girlfriend relationships are. You might meet some parents or shit like that, but it's nothing. It ain't no deep, heavy shit going on. And people out here getting their little hearts broken over this shit. Oh shit, my phone over here going ham. Oh, it's about to die. Okay. Some of y'all say y'all didn't date till when y'all was in college. That's what's up. That's good. In college, let me tell you the flaw. The flaw of dating in college is that when you in college, there's a good chance these little boys, they in college. This is their first lick of freedom. First chance to be away from mom and them house. First chance to be out of these rules and all this bullshit. There's a good chance that when they first enter that college, they ain't ready. They're not ready. They're not ready for no full-blown relationship, even in college, especially the first bit of freedom you get, because you out here doing, you really discovering yourself when you, I say from, and really it's really a lifelong thing where you're discovering yourself, but some of you may understand what I mean. From 18 to about 24, 25, you learning yourself. That's it. You learning who the fuck you are. You're not even really in a position to be dating right here. Or I guess I ain't gonna say not dating, because dating is fine. Courting, fine. You know, these concepts, fine. But people be trying to be in full-blown marriage rules relationships in college. Mistakes. Mistakes are made here on both ends. Because you got girls out here going ham too. Because we like to act like it's only dudes that go ham. I was in college. A lot of them chicks had boyfriends. They still went ham. It's just the truth. Sorry, I know y'all like to act like y'all got this halo shit. Still went ham. Of course, males had girlfriends in college going ham. I'm going to tell you what's the killer is when people had them girlfriends back home. Why people even try to like, people had them girlfriends back home in college, like that ain't not gonna work. Boyfriend back home, not gonna work. I knew several chicks that had boyfriends back home. Not by the time they got to be in my room or something. It's No, you got a boyfriend back home. He about to be mad as fuck. You better lie. Tell me you studying. Because that's one lie you get to use repeatedly in college. You studying, and the biggest lie ever told, the most lied on thing ever made is you sleep. Sleep. Sleep is probably the most lied on thing in history. Sleeping, I'll say the next runner up is work. I'm at work. The two most lied on things in life. But in college, you know, I'm going to prepare if they ain't going to college, I'm prepared. Like, look, don't even, don't try. He cute. Okay, he cute. But you better don't get your feelings too caught up in this shit. Because there's a good chance that other women going to be just throwing pussy at him. Especially your first time out of your mama's house, daddy's house. They're going to be throwing it. Y'all like to act like y'all don't throw it. Women throw it. Trying to act like it's us. I see y'all. All right. I've been looking at y'all for a long time. I see what the fuck going on. Throwing it. If his mind ain't right, especially, let me tell you what's so funny, yo. You got motherfuckers that come in them little towns where they ain't really seen a whole lot of chicks like that. By the time you get to college, these chicks walking around. Ain't no dress code in college, y'all. No dress code. Ain't no teacher about to tell you how you got to come to class. So it's chicks walking around campus, especially when it get warm, ass out. It was chick that walk around on my campus in bathing suits and shit. First time these little girls done been away from their mom and their daddy. He cute. Okay. That's maybe month 1, month 2. Oh, shit. He cute too. Right? He cute too. So women are finally discovering themselves sexually, even when especially when they get to college, away from their parents, and men too. Little boys discovering themselves too. So it's just like, what the fuck? There's pussy everywhere. Ain't nobody stopping me from fucking with it. Ain't nobody telling me I can't do it. I got I got a roommate, they know what the fuck it is. Or I'm going to her room. You know, it's everywhere. People discovering themselves and getting that sexual frustration. They had to sneak around and fuck while mama was at work, fuck while daddy was at work, fuck in the car, fuck outside. You done had to do all this extra shit. Now you free. Oh man, game changes. I don't think people even in college ready for relationships. I don't. Not for these marriage rules relationships that y'all be wanting to have. They ain't ready for them. They not ready for them, man. They're not ready. And once they get that little bit of freedom, it's a wrap. It's a wrap, yo. The dudes that will come through and like it will be motherfuckers that may be like sophomores and shit. You know, they prey on the freshman girls. This is the game. Prepare your daughters for this shit. They prey on the freshman girls, might be juniors or something, got a couple refund checks, got a nice car, got some rims or something like that. He getting all the pussy. Them dudes get just thrown at him. You go with him. That's your boo. Like I'm gonna be so real with my kids, like, and I already am, but I'm gonna continue this on throughout their whole lives. Like it was just like, no, nope. No, not happening like that. And people got their own apartments. They fuck around, live off campus, got cars, the club. This is not a place to try to be in this marriage rule relationship. We continue to, throughout our lives, try to be in marriage ruled relationships. Same rules, same fucking rules. That's what we continue to do. And that's what we continue to fail, in my personal opinion. I know some may differ, some may disagree. But in my opinion, we continue to fail trying to have marriage rules on these casual relationships that we conduct ourselves in. That's the flaw. Women getting hurt, feelings getting hurt, they being lied to, telling lies to. Y'all women ain't just victims out here. But this is what's going on. I don't know why we can't just draft this concept that you single till you married. That's all there is to it. You just single till you married. I don't understand why it can't be like that. I'm gonna read a couple more of y'all comments before I get the fuck off here. Mad love, y'all. Y'all been in here for over 2 hours. We've been going in. That's what the fuck I'm talking about, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. Take some more of y'all's comments. Sunday Rose. Rob, how did you get to be so wise beyond your years? Man, I wouldn't even call it that. I pay attention. That's all I've been paying attention for a long time. And no matter what people call themselves believing in, or call themselves doing, or call themselves thinking, I pay attention to the actual behaviors and the actual outcomes of the behaviors. So if you do that, as opposed to having emotional type of, rules in your mind, and this is how it is, you just pay attention to the people, pay attention to the actions. Conduct your thoughts based on the people, the actions, the behaviors. Wisdom just gonna come. Because that's all old people. When people be old as hell and we call them wise, it's because they paid attention, or at least started to pay attention as they got older. I just happen to do it way earlier than a lot of people do. I pay attention, no emotional shit, just paying attention to what's going on out here. I appreciate you for even thinking that I am wise beyond my years. Mad love to you for even thinking that. Some motherfuckers just say, you a dumb motherfucker. I'm like, okay. I'll be a dumb motherfucker. I'll be that. But you're not going to tell me I'm Too crazy. Now, you might call me crazy, but you're not going to tell me I'm too crazy because you can just look out here and see it. You can look out here and see it. Oh, shit. Gina Regina says, what's up, Gina? Says too much living off rules and standards because everyone is doing it. That's exactly what this society is. The only reason people want to be in relationships 9 times out of 10, especially these marital relationships, it's because everybody else doing it. Everybody else tell you this is what you're supposed to do. This is what you're supposed to push for. This is what you're supposed to want. Nobody has the mindset. I ain't gonna say nobody. Most people don't have the mindset to break free from who gives a fuck what they're talking about. What makes them happy may not be what makes me happy. And we so scared to break away from that we end up being in situations we don't even really want to be in. Because somebody told us this is what happiness is. This is what relationships are supposed to be like. Somebody told you that. That was programmed in your mind through this society from the time you was a child. This is why you'll have little girls, little boys that got boyfriends and girlfriends at 12, 13 years old. They feel like they already know what to do because they've been programmed to think they know what to do. And these rules that everybody have, this is why I know I'm not relationship material. I'm not the shit that women want out here. I ain't built. I'm not built for that. And I'm realistic enough to know that because I know I don't give a fuck about society. I don't give a fuck about what other people's happiness is. I know what I want to make me happy. I know what I feel in my heart will make me happy and what I'm not going to deal with, what I'm not about to do. That's just, but everybody is trying to keep up with everybody else. And that's a huge flaw, a very huge flaw. J Lord, hold on, damn, I lost your comment. J Lord says I took relationships classes and I agree there is lots of levels to relationship. Most definitely. I mean, even outside of the would be boyfriend girlfriend relationship, there are a lot of levels to everything, man, and a lot of different ways to do stuff that you may not rock with it, but somebody else may be happy in that situation, or maybe you know, light in that situation, maybe positive in that situation that you may not even fuck with. I like to do and live by my own rules. Fuck this society, man. Fuck this society. I'm gonna tell you what's odd about people is people will say fuck society, but everything they want in their life is stuff society told them they need to get. You can't do everything one time. Like, if you're gonna say fuck society, fuck the government, fuck all this shit, then well, why are you still chasing after what everybody else wants or what everybody else done told you was normal? I don't give a fuck how many people say it. I got my own mind. It ain't too many people that's gonna be on the level I'm on. And particularly men, a lot of us like to, you know, think that we're not emotional. We like to think that, but that's not true. It's not true. That's not true at all. We actually do have a lot of emotions going on within us. We just don't know. We don't express them right all the time, of course. But, you know, I'm really not an emotional type of dude that way. You know what I'm saying? Like some dudes, they say that shit and they just be saying that shit. Behind closed doors, there's fucking teddy bears. I'm not like that. I'm not like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I really have what I want to do, what I want to be. It's all right here. And I don't give a fuck who like it. But I'm going to tell you what I do now that men don't do is I'm honest about who I am. As soon as I meet somebody, well, here is my file. Here you go. My whole file. You skim over that. Take you some time. If you don't fuck with it, I understand completely. No hard feelings, no sleep loss. It's going to be all right. Continue to go through here looking for the same nigga you've been with. Because that's what women like to do that a lot. They look for the same dude that they've been with their whole lives. That's something else that ain't talked about. And I need to be getting off here. But they look for the same, you want the same dude every time. This dude got to be, these are the rules that you got for your relationship. You want the same type of dude, except without this thing maybe, but you want the same type of dude the whole time. Like that's, you're not gonna get success like that. You're not gonna get success like that. You're not gonna have success like that. You looking for the same, it's not gonna work like that. So a lot of women will go out here and look for dudes like they liked everything about their last boyfriend, but that he smacked them or some shit like that. They'll go look for the same characteristics in a dude that may not be as turned up or may as violent as this dude, but they looking for the same characteristics. Everybody looking for the same shit, same prototype essentially, and that's just bullshit. I'm not a prototype. I'm not a prototype type dude. I'm not the, you know, I guess would be generic dude. Like my mind be on some old other shit. And if a woman's mind is connected to society's concepts of what I guess a relationship should be or what the rules should be, then we're not gonna be able to go nowhere. We ain't gonna be able to progress like that. Because I don't give a fuck about society for real. Like it ain't some shit I'm saying. Like I really I live that shit. I don't give a fuck. But I do want to end this with this. First of all, mad love to y'all. Man, mad love to y'all for even coming in here and fucking with me for this long. I'll be sharing this video on my main channel. You know, I can't live stream on there if you've been keeping up. Y'all, if you get a chance to, follow me on social media. It's right here in the description box. Fuck with me. I hope this video was able to at least, you know, give people a different perspective. I like to have these types of conversations sometimes and be light and just have a light conversation as opposed to us dealing with this constant white supremacy and this shit that's going on out here, which y'all know I'll be right back on it. Don't get it fucked up because I'm out here for the team. But it was good to have a light conversation with y'all. It seems like most people had fun, except two people. Two people gonna dislike my shit. Fuck y'all, both of y'all. God damn it. Hopefully everybody was able to have fun and we was able to have a conversation and maybe open your mind up to some things that you could do better. A lot of us think because we grown, we can't change, or because we grown, we can't change the path that we on. You can change anything you want to. And I feel like relationships will be healthier if we had more of a realistic concept on what relationships actually are. And the fact of the matter is, y'all, you single until you get married. And that's just all it is to it. Keep your options open. Keep your options open. And if a person ain't down with that, then fuck them. That ain't the person you're supposed to be talking to. That's not the person you're supposed to be talking to. All right. Mad love, y'all. Shout out Team Rob. Y'all already know what it is. I'll be back. See y'all next week. I'm out.